Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Guess who is coming to dinner? Michael saw Sasha as she was leaving the Q kitchen to celebrate her first Scorpio Christmas at Maxie's. Michael required tea for Monica, so Sasha got it for him. When she gave it a smell, she felt nauseated but covered it up. She asked Michael if Willow would allow him visit the kids for Christmas. Michael informed Sasha that he and Willow planned to have Christmas breakfast at the Metro Court the following day. Sasha sympathized and thanked her for being a nice friend. Michael stated that he was going to his mother's to spend Christmas with her children even if they were not his. Sasha began to say something to him but then stopped herself. James waited impatiently at the Scorpios for Cody and Sasha to arrive. Maxie explained, again, that Cody was not arriving. "I've finally got an uncle. Shouldn't he be present for Christmas?" James asks Maxie and Felicia. Felicia went outside to summon Sasha. She informed her about James' plea and how Mac didn't say anything but looked sorry. She wondered if she should contact Cody and invite him back. "Would that make you uncomfortable?" Felicia inquired. Sasha told her that was all right and that she would take care of it herself. Sasha conned Cody into coming to the kitchen, stating there was a leak, but she really wanted to talk to him about spending Christmas with the Scorpios. She informed him that they needed to get used to seeing each other during family events. Sasha wasn't sure who would be more sad that he wasn't present, but he deserved to be with his family. "So let us in," Sasha pleaded. Laura planned the tree lighting at the park. She spotted Trina, who was overjoyed for Laura and their family. Laura raved about how it was the first Christmas in a long time that Lucky and Lulu were both at home, and she mentioned how Ace was getting lots of attention. "Spencer would have loved it," Trina added. Laura told Trina that while she was Spencer's great love, he would prefer that she go on and enjoy her life. Trina appreciated her mentioning that. Laura needed to get back to work. As Trina moved away, she came across Kai. Kai informed Trina that he and the crew had volunteered to gather toys and deliver them to the park so that Santa Claus could distribute them to the children. He said that he was staying in town for the holidays due to football and offered to rehearse with her. Trina encouraged him to focus on the game and that they could practice whenever they wanted. Kai promised her they'd talk in the new year. Anna ran into Brennan in the park and questioned whether he was there to take the kids' Christmas toys, like the Grinch. Brennan claimed to be taking in the wonder of his first American Christmas outside of Pentonville. Brennan informed Anna that he knew Carly received the listening device from Anna. He recommended they get a drink and commiserate over being alone over the holidays. Anna walked away, happy to be spending Christmas with loved ones. When Anna saw Laura, she realized Lulu was heading to the park. "Does she know about me and Charlotte?" Anna inquired. "What about the shooting?" Laura confirmed. Laura claimed it was an accident and they had all forgiven her. She was confident that Lulu would as well. Alexis returned home to discover Christina waiting outside for her since she did not want to run into Molly. She told Alexis that she was spending Christmas at Sunny's because she and Molly couldn't be in the same room right now. Christina handed Alexis a present. Alexis had one for Christina, but she assumed she had more time to wrap it. Christina informed her that the way she had supported her was the nicest gift she could have received. Christina explained that she wrecked their final time together with Sam by fighting with Molly. Alexis stated that she could not have predicted what would happen, and they were not expected to lose Sam. "We weren't supposed to lose Adela either," Christina remarked. She told her mother that she was attempting to get past everything but hadn't gotten there yet. Alexis told Christina she loved her and Molly and wished they could be close again someday. Diane stopped by Alexis' house after Christina had left, asking if she had changed her mind about traveling to St. Bart's. Alexis refused to leave Molly, but Diane proposed bringing her. Alexis wanted to normalize things, so she decided to decorate the house. "But why?" "I know you. You'll just take it down in a week," Diane explained. Diane hugged Alexis after she confessed how much she missed Sam. Diane told Alexis to grieve Sam. It was not her responsibility to resolve the conflict between Christina and Molly. Alexis felt awful for Molly because she had lost her sister, partner, child, and now her house. Diane intimated to Alexis that she didn't have to get through Christmas alone. Alexis objected, but Diane advised her to think about it for Molly's sake. "Have a nice flight," Alexis remarked reluctantly as Diane went for her trip. Nina walked in and discovered Drew in her seat. Nina assumed Drew would have the decency not to show there. They argued, and Drew eventually apologized. "My feelings for Willow are strong," he began, but Nina interrupted him, saying she knew all too well how strong his sentiments were. "On your desk. On your floor. On the couch." Nina seethed in her bed. Willow intervened, and Nina found an excuse to leave. Willow poured Drew a drink while Nina contacted someone and said, "I need you here. Now." Nina told Ava that she couldn't believe Drew had the audacity to show there after destroying Willow's marriage. Ava affirmed that Nina said nothing in front of Willow. Nina replied she wanted to, but she wasn't sure how long she could look at Drew's smarmy face without smacking him in the perfect teeth. Nina needed a drink, but Ava stopped her. She informed Nina that she couldn't risk becoming tipsy and expressing Drew how she truly felt about him in front of Willow. "This is really a bad day," Nina wailed. Ava informed her that it may still be a wonderful Christmas, but not in the way she expected. "Now, woman, keep it together and focus. Or you may lose your daughter," Ava warned. Ava introduced Rick to Drew and Willow as they entered the room. Willow recognized Rick as Molly's father. Rick informed Drew that he had heard the major news at Aurora, but Nina didn't understand what he meant. "Haven't you heard the news? You might have a new boss. Drew's gone." Rick said, "Michael Corinthos is in." Drew grudgingly confessed that Curtis was responsible for the incomplete documents distribution, and Michael said he acquired the stock to protect him, but in reality, he stole the company. Nina questioned how Michael was overseeing ELQ and Aurora, so Drew revealed that Curtis was Aurora's CEO. "Really?" Nina scoffed. Ava dragged Nina and Rick into the kitchen. Willow, alone, observed how Michael had hidden the film, then exposed it in front of everyone, and now had seized Drew's firm in retaliation. "I'm beginning to feel like I don't know Michael at all," Willow said me. Rick and Ava noticed Willow and Drew talking across the room. Ava could tell Willow was fully infatuated, but she worried if that would alter now that their fantasy had become a reality. Rick replied time will tell, reminding Ava that Willow's entire world had just blown up. "He's definitely making the most of it," Rick explained. Rick grieved that Ava had thrown away their reservation, but she assured him they could still celebrate. "At least there's mistletoe," Rick said. Ava claimed there wasn't any. "Use your imagination," Rick instructed her. He approached for a kiss, then his cell phone rang. Alexis had asked to see him. "Is Molly all right?" he asked. "It's up to you. Can you come over?" she wondered. Rick walked straight to Alexis' residence and questioned what he was doing there. Willow offered Nina a toast in front of Drew and Ava in Nina's living room. She thanked her for her support, despite the fact that she had repeatedly pushed her away. Drew watched as they hugged. Sunny brought a pan of lasagna to Carly's. She claimed Jocelyn was upstairs. Sunny assumed Michael and Willow were on their way over, and Carly realized he had no idea. She informed him that they were separated because Willow and Drew had slept together. Carly informed Sunny everything about the party and the videotape. Sunny warned Drew that he will bear the consequences of his actions. Jocelyn arrived downstairs as Carly had to go to take care of an uncollected donation, leaving Joss with Sunny. Sunny told Jocelyn that he had a lot of regrets about what happened to Dex. "I know you and he loved each other. I wish I could tell him I'm sorry," Sunny said her. Joss stated that she was quite critical of Dex for working with Sunny, and that she had been as critical of Sunny. "Dex accepts you for who you are. And he helped me realize that the world is not that black and white, and that no one is all nice or all wicked," Joss told him. She added, so, for the sake of everyone we have in common, especially the little girls upstairs, peace. Peace, Sunny agreed, and they hugged. Michael and Christina arrived at Carly's next. When Joss and Christina went to fetch cider from the stove, Sunny informed Michael about Willow and Drew's situation and asked what he could do. Turn back time, Michael urged. Sunny encouraged Michael not to do what he did, citing how he had used Michael and Morgan against their mother. Back in Carly's living room, Christina and Jocelyn discussed Dax and Christina's losses. Michael informed Sunny that he stole Aurora from Drew. Sunny laughed as they clinked glasses. That's my boy, Sunny announced proudly. Meanwhile, Carly dashed over to Bobby's and emerged carrying a box of food. It's a Christmas miracle. Santa received my letter, Brennan joked as he went by. You've spent your entire life on the naughty list, and you know it, Carly chuckled. Takes one to know one, Brennan remarked with a smirk. Carly and Brennan argued about what happened after he bugged his office and lied about Valentine. Brennan did not desire a war with Carly. She informed him that she was taking food to the shelter and offered to prepare him a sandwich. He murmured thank you and Merry Christmas before turning to walk away. Carly phoned him back. Back at the Scorpio house, Anna arrived, and Maxie inquired about the surprise she had hinted at. Anna informed her they had to wait a bit longer. Sasha arrived next and softly informed Felicia that she had tried, but Cody was not coming. James was disappointed when he discovered out. Mac held Sasha while sadly looking over her shoulder at Felicia. Mac sat with James and told him that Cody genuinely liked him. James felt Cody preferred horses over people. Mac recommended that the two of them go see Cody and bike together in a few days. Across the room, Sasha complained to Maxie about her morning sickness. The doorbell rang, and James raced to answer it in case it had anything to do with Anna's surprise. He opened the door to find Cody there. Hey buddy, Cody replied to James. He came inside and wished everyone a Merry Christmas. Mac's face lightened up. Marshall returned home for Christmas, and everyone was delighted to see him. He sat down with Curtis, Portia, and Stella to catch up. Marshall was relieved that Heather Weber was no longer involved and inquired of Curtis about what was going on at Aurora. Curtis waited for Trina to arrive before revealing that he was the CEO of Aurora Media. He revealed that Drew attempted to double-cross him, but he and Michael outmaneuvered him. Everyone had questions for Curtis. He confirmed that he and Drew were no longer friends, and he had a contract signed by Michael. I can't wait to see what Tracy has to say about this, Stella said as they entered the kitchen. Portia inquired about Curtis's well-being while they were alone. He stated that he knew he deserved the position but despised the technique he took to obtain it. Curtis also stated that he would not be sorry if Drew went for DC. When the Ashfords said a prayer before dinner, they acknowledged that they missed TJ but understood that the hospital needed him. Stella discussed their difficulties during the year, but claimed they got through it all and were grateful. Before we begin, I'd like to give those blessings their due, Curtis explained. He was happy to be Aurora's CEO, but his father was on tour with Wynton Marsalis. Curtis then toasted Trina, saying they were proud of her for succeeding at PCU. He praised Portia for brilliantly running GH and informed Stella she was the glue that held everything together. We are extremely blessed, he concluded. They held hands and expressed gratitude. Carly eventually got home and apologized for being so late. She mentioned that she had invited an additional guest to supper. Brennan entered behind her and went right to Sunny. Mr. Corinthos, it's good to finally meet you. My name is Jack Brennan, he added, holding out his hand. General Hospital spoilers, Nina's Christmas dinner setup, Drew discovers hell has no fury like Reeves' women scorned? General Hospital spoilers and speculations suggest Nina Reeves and Willow Corinthos may be teaming up against Drew Quartermaine. The Christmas dinner to which he and Emily Scout Quartermaine have been invited may be a setup. General Hospital spoilers, Nina Reeves hasn't even told Willow Drew's been sleeping with her too. It was Drew who initiated the affair with Nina, not the other way around, although, admittedly, they just kind of stumbled into it beginning as hate sex in the office. This has been going on for a long time, and Nina was instrumental in Drew's congressional campaign to succeed the late congressman. Larry McConkey had been a friend of Nina's father, and she introduced him to Drew. McConkey wanted Drew to take over his office since he had terminal disease. Nina had resisted telling Willow that Drew has been using both of them, despite the fact that Willow initiated the now regrettable frolic on the nursery floor. The mother-daughter tie appears to be stronger than either's desire to a man who could easily separate them. Spoilers: arrangements will be made for Scout and Willow's children. Scout and Willow's children, Wiley and Amelia Corinthos, will spend some time with their parents and Nina before making arrangements. They don't need to see Nina and Willow's plans for Drew. It's going to be really awful. Nina will most likely have someone ready to take them somewhere else, and Ava Jerome may step forward. Nina does not want Willow to be damaged by either Drew or Michael Corinthos, and has encouraged her to avoid both, but mother eventually draws daughter into the loop. Drew, the dastardly devil, has been utilizing both of them simultaneously. General Hospital spoilers: Willow Tate confides in Drew Kane about Michael Corinthos, but it's all part of the plan. Drew knows Nina discovered him and Willow in the nursery at the same moment everyone else did, but now she and Willow are teaming up against him. Hell hath no fury like the Reeves ladies scorned, and Willow expertly sets him up. She tells him she no longer knows who Michael is, and Nina steps in just as she realizes she has his complete attention. They team together to tell Drew that they no longer know who he is, and they both lash out at him for cheating on them both. And that's not it, they're far from finished with Drew's punishment. Who made Santa's nice list in the land of soap operas in 2024? This is the most delightful time of the year. While daytime drama lovers are busy decking the halls and trimming their Christmas trees, it's time to reflect on 2024 and discover who's been naughty and good in the field of soaps this year. Nice list: The Bold and the Beautiful. Ridge Forrester. When Ridge Forrester discovered that his ex, Taylor Hayes, had a heart problem, he went above and above what a typical ex would do in this situation. First, he insisted on her getting a second opinion, followed her every step of the way, and when he learned he was the cause of her broken heart syndrome, he even chakred with and for her. He's getting spoilt by Santa this year. Maggie Kyriakis virtually always makes Santa's pleasant list due to her loving heart and helpful attitude. Maggie took the cake this year when she divided her part of Victor Kyriakis' inheritance among the Kyriakis cousins who were not included in his testament. Who does this? Maggie does. Kayla Johnson deserves second place on the Best of Santa's Good list in Salem, as she continues to follow a straight road even when influenced. When Steve Johnson tried to persuade her to investigate phony Abigail D. Maris/Cat Green's DNA results because he suspected anything, Kayla refused and told him to stick to the facts. Steve was correct, but Kayla remains unwavering in her commitment to her job and the rules. Nice list: General Hospital. Cody Bell. Although Cody Bell was once a con artist, he has entirely changed his ways. Coming clean to Max Scorpio and announcing he was his biological son was a positive step toward making Santa's list. Also, befriending Tracy Quartermain and assisting her during a difficult time, as well as how excellent he is with all of the children who come in and out of the Quartermain stables, puts him at the top. Perhaps Santa might deliver him a stable romance in 2025 after his relationship with Sasha Corbin sparked owing to their Scorpio family connection. Still, he isn't the only one on Santa's nice list in Port Charles. Elizabeth Baldwin, the head nurse with a heart of gold, deserves whatever she wants from Santa this season. Liz is more than just a terrific friend, mother, and person. She is always willing to listen to a coworker, a baby daddy, strangers, and, on sometimes, opponents. Nice list: The Young and the Restless. Nick Newman. Nick Newman continues to go above and beyond for those he cares about. What other man would rush to one ex-wife's house to assist her with her mental health crisis, only to dash to another ex-wife's hospital room to hold her hand? Nick is more than just a nice ex, he is also an excellent father and friend. Plus, he has a smile that would melt the Grinch's heart. Unfortunately, he is not the only one at the top of Santa's list in Genoa. After all, Tracy Abbott should be considered a saint given how kind she is and how nasty her siblings can be. Nonetheless, Tracy supported her sister, Ashley Abbott, throughout her dissociative identity disorder and endured some emotional abuse from Ashley's alters along the way. Tracy's Christmas wish list includes romance, which she received earlier this year. Let's hope she continues to enjoy her relationship with Alan Loran, if that's who he is. Is Sophia Matson leaving General Hospital? Why do fans believe Sasha Corbin may be leaving? General Hospital teasers suggest that while neither the show nor actress Sophia Matson have confirmed an exit, this does not exclude it out. While fans are bracing themselves for Chad Duell, who plays Michael Corinthos, to leave the show in the new year, following the actor's recent statement on social media, Dex Heller's recent departure surprised GH watchers. Audiences should always expect the unexpected in Port Charles, so could Sasha be next? General Hospital spoilers: Sasha Corbin's current storyline. Sasha originally appeared in Storylines in 2018, claiming to be Nina Reeves' long-lost daughter. Since then, she's been on a path of redemption, emerging as a type of soap opera heroine. She fell in love with Brando Corbin, and the two had a son together. Sadly, the child died shortly after birth. Unfortunately, Brando also died at the hands of the Hook serial killer, Heather Weber, as fans eventually discovered. Sasha fought to move on, but ultimately fell in love with Cody Bell. Nonetheless, the romance ended in grief when the two discovered they were cousins. Robert Scorpio is Sasha's biological father, whereas Max Scorpio is Cody's. Nonetheless, subsequent occurrences suggest that Sasha faces even greater danger. GH spoilers: the Jen Sidwell factor. Despite her recent heartbreak, Sasha continues to try to move on. After learning that Cody was her cousin, she had a drunken one-night affair with Michael, which resulted in pregnancy. Unfortunately, only Sasha, Maxie Jones, and the terrible villain, Jen Sidwell, are aware of this. Fans witnessed Sidwell's comeback disintegrate during the Tuesday, December 17th episode, as Sasha reflected on a painful anniversary, the death of baby Liam. She was praying alone in the church while Sidwell sat at the back. Sidwell now knows she is pregnant, which surprised Sasha, who had prayed aloud for God to protect her unborn child. Sasha is still in danger because he kidnapped her before and is now back in Port Charles. But may the program opt to include a storyline surprise that concludes Sasha's story in the small town? Could Sidwell be behind it all? Fans will need to tune in to find out. GH spoilers for Monday, December 23rd, Anna's stunning surprise, Sonny's game-changing decision, and Rick and Alexa's surprising truce. General Hospital spoilers and updates for Monday, December 23rd indicate James West and Max Scorpio are pleased that Cody Bell has arrived for Christmas. But the thrill doesn't end there. Anna Devane has been hinting at an extraordinary surprise that promises much more fun ahead. General Hospital spoilers: Anna's surprise guest. Anna's invitation to Jack Brennan to spend the holidays with family may be a clue of an upcoming visit from a relative. According to some GH insider information, Emma Scorpio Drake is expected to return for Christmas. There have been rumors of an Emma recast, thus it is unclear whether Brooklyn Ray Silzer will return or if a new actress will take over. Regardless, Emma's appearance at Maxie Jones' house is bound to lend a pleasant touch of festive cheer to the festivities. A behind-the-scenes photo shows Anna with two blonde women, one of whom had long hair. Could this be Emma? GH spoilers: Sonny's game-changing decision. Now, let's look at Sonny Corinthos' reaction to Carly Spencer's shocking surprise during their holiday party. Carly made a last-minute decision to invite Jack Brennan, who walked in and extended his hand to an obviously irritated Sonny. Sonny is clearly upset that Brennan has crashed the happy occasion. He gave him a look as if he had cooties. The question remains, will he reluctantly accept the handshake, or will he leave Brennan hanging? Even if Sonny chooses not to shake hands, he may want to keep the peace and avoid any trouble. General Hospital spoilers: Sonny won't want to make Christmas more stressful. Christmas shouldn't be any more stressful than it needs to be, especially because Jocelyn Jacks, Christina Corinthos Davis, and Michael Corinthos are all dealing with their own issues. Jocelyn's lover died, Christina's sister died, and Michael seems to have lost his wife to his uncle. Sonny, on the other hand, will not hesitate to sneer at Brennan, and if Brennan tries to bond with Donna Corinthos, her father may simply put an end to it. Carly may feel compelled to intervene at that time because, despite the conflict, she genuinely likes Brennan. Not to mention, the feelings are mutual. GH spoilers: Rick and Alexa's shocking truce at Alexis Davis's house. It appears she is preparing to make an unexpected move. She is negotiating a truce with Rick Lansing for the sake of their daughter, Molly Lansing Davis. Molly needs her parents' love and support at this difficult time, and Rick and Alexis must unify for her sake. We expect some sweet holiday moments, as Molly is sure to appreciate this gesture. According to impending teasers, Molly is hoping for better days in the following year, so keep a watch out for any positive changes in her path. The holiday season continues in Port Charles, with touching moments, intense clashes, and surprising shocks. Here's what viewers can expect in the upcoming episode. Lulu Spencer's promise. Lulu Spencer is back on her feet and eager to go forward, but she will make a significant vow in Monday's episode. Could it be to her mother, Laura Collins, who promised not to take risky action to discover Charlotte Cassadine? Perhaps Lulu makes a sincere pledge to a loved one as she adjusts to life in Port Charles. Laura Collins counts her blessings. Laura Collins reflects on the positive developments in her life, grateful for Lulu's recovery and her family's strength. However, in soap operas, contentment frequently foreshadows impending trouble. Laura may face additional obstacles in the near future, given Charlotte's continued absence and recent tragedy in Port Charles. Anna Devane's holiday surprise. Anna Devane will get a surprise visit, which could elicit a range of emotions. According to speculation, Anna's granddaughter, Emma Scorpio, may make an appearance to brighten her holiday. Alternatively, Anna may feel it's time to tell Lulu about accidentally shooting Charlotte, resulting in an intense encounter. Sonny Corinthos clashes with Jack Brennan. Tensions grow as Sonny Corinthos and Jack Brennan clash. The reason for their clash is unknown, but their strong personalities and past disputes are sure to produce sparks in the upcoming episode. Liz Baldwin and Lucky Spencer reminisce. Elizabeth Liz Baldwin and Lucky Spencer take a nostalgic stroll down memory lane. The former marriage has a deep history, and their chat may revive old sentiments or bring closure to unresolved difficulties. Alexis Davis's unexpected truce. At Alexis Davis's residence, she manages to reach an agreement with her ex-husband, Rick Lansing. For the sake of their daughter, Molly Lansing Davis, Alexis and Rick may temporarily set aside their differences. Predictions and questions. Will Lulu uphold her pledge, or will her determination to find Charlotte put her in danger? How will Anna's surprising visitor affect her next moves in the quest for Valentine and Charlotte? Can Sonny and Jack find common ground, or will their feud worsen? Is Liz and Lucky's journey down memory lane a reunion or just closure? General Hospital, a tangled web of secrets and betrayals. The joyous atmosphere of Christmas in Port Charles was deceiving, concealing the simmering hostility among its citizens. Willow Corinthos, who had recently formed a tenuous contact with her biological mother, Nina Reeves, found herself entangled in an unexpected alliance. Together, they created a strategy to confront Drew Quartermaine, whose web of deception had entangled both ladies. Little did anyone know that the approaching holiday dinner would set the setting for an explosive reveal. Prelude, Unseen Connections. Nina Reeves stood in the beautiful condominium she shared with her fiancé, looking out at the snow-covered streets of Port Charles. Her mind was racing, burdened down by the dichotomy of her feelings. On the one hand, she treasured the blossoming bond with her daughter, Willow. On the other hand, she kept a secret that threatened to ruin everything. Drew Quartermaine, the man she had unintentionally become entangled with, had been fooling them both. It had all begun innocently enough, shared moments at the Crimson office, intense conversations about company strategy, and fleeting glances that lingered too long. Drew had tremendous charisma, but Nina was pulled to him because of his fragility. Their affair began as a blazing release of pent-up tensions, but it grew more complicated as emotions became entangled. However, Nina had lately discovered that she was not the only lady Drew was seeing at the time. Willow, her own daughter, had also succumbed to his charms. Willow's awakening. Across town, Willow Corinthos sat in the nursery, holding her youngest daughter, Amelia. The warm glow of Christmas lights reflected in her tear-stained eyes as she struggled with her own realization. Michael, her husband, had grown increasingly distant, preoccupied by his struggles with Sonny and never-ending desire for power. Drew had been a confidant during this period, providing comfort and understanding. Their bond had culminated in a moment of vulnerability, a secret she had kept hidden until Nina discovered it. When Nina approached Willow, her initial reaction was one of fury and astonishment. However, as the reality became clear, they realized Drew had deceived them both. the mother-daughter duo, who had previously disagreed, found common ground in their shared betrayal. Willow's animosity of Nina subsided, replaced by a drive to hold Drew accountable. The plan takes shape. Nina proposed the Christmas meal as an ideal chance to face Drew. "He won't suspect anything if we keep things cordial," she assured Willow. "We'll catch him off guard." Willow hesitated, but eventually consented. They meticulously planned the evening to ensure that Scout, Wiley, and Amelia were safe and away from the commotion they expected. Nina asked Ava Jerome for a favor, and she agreed to host the children in her gallery for a holiday party focused around art. "They'll be safe with me," Ava said. "Just make sure you handle this without burning the house down." Dinner, festive facades. The Quartermaine mansion looked stunning, decked with glittering lights and garlands of evergreens. Drew appeared with Scout in tow, his face masked with festive happiness. Nina and Willow greeted him pleasantly, their trained smiles concealing no sign of the storm simmering under the surface. The evening progressed as planned. Guests exchanged greetings, ate festive cuisine, and shared Christmas stories. Drew appeared calm, with his guard fully down. He couldn't have predicted what was coming. The confrontation. As dessert was delivered, Nina stood and raised her glass in salute. "To the family," she said, her voice firm. "To the connections that bind us and the truths that set us free." Her gaze met Drew's across the table. "And to honesty, the cornerstone of any relationship." The room grew silent as the weight of her words settled in. Drew's smile faded, and a flicker of uneasiness crossed his face. Before he could react, Willow spoke out. "Drew," she continued, her tone calm but forceful, "I've been meaning to talk to you about something." She looked at Nina, who nodded slightly. "I've been reflecting on the decisions I've made and the people I've trusted. And I've recognized that I can no longer give faith blindly." Drew's gaze shifted between the two women, his discomfort mounting. "What is going on?" he inquired, his tone tinged with defensiveness. Nina moved forward, her stare piercing. "What is going on is something we already know. About everything. About the lies, manipulation, and betrayal." Drew's face had lost its color. "I don't know what you're talking about," he mumbled. "Don't insult our intelligence," Willow said, her composure melting. "Drew, you used me. And you used my mother. Did you think we wouldn't find out?" Drew's defense. Drew, cornered, attempted to defend himself. "It wasn't like that," he insisted. "I never intended to hurt any of you. Things just happened." "What just happened?" Nina repeated, her tone dripping with contempt. "Is that your excuse for betraying two ladies who trusted you? For breaking up a family?" "I cared about both of you," Drew insisted. "I still do." "You cared about yourself," Willow responded. "You cared about keeping up appearances, about playing the hero while deceiving everyone around you." The fallout. As the argument heated up, other guests began to leave, leaving the trio alone to air their complaints. Drew's attempts to rescue the situation were greeted with unyielding determination from Nina and Willow. "You've lost us both," Nina exclaimed. "Any connection we had is gone. And you have only yourself to blame." Willow nodded, her voice unwavering. "You've shown us who you truly are. And we're finished." Drew's shoulders fell as the weight of their words settled in. For the first time, he appeared to understand the gravity of his acts and the repercussions they held. Aftermath and moving forward. In the days that followed, Nina and Willow concentrated on repairing their friendship. They found peace in their common experiences and fresh determination to help one another. Drew, meanwhile, experienced the consequences of his conduct, being shunned by those he had formerly considered close allies. Nina and Willow saw the incident as a watershed moment, a stimulus for personal development and empowerment. They emerged stronger, their friendship unshakable. And while the snow continued to fall on Port Charles, they looked forward to a future free of deception, resolved to forge a fresh path for themselves and their family. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.